Alright. Everything arrived that I was hoping for, and then a little some. So, this week's actually going to be pretty decent. And we're beginning with something that's not actually anime. But, I give y'all other geeky stuff. And this one should be a limited run game release. Okay, nothing else in the box. Cool. It's Clock Tower Rewind. Physical edition. I think the game itself has maybe been available on Steam for a while. Let's see, I think I can do it there. Something gentle. Hopefully I'm not breaking anything. I guess worst case, it's on camera, so it's not like I can fake. I mean, maybe they wouldn't know the look, but just evidence of the way I've treated this collection. 16-bit Nightmare returns, run, hide, and survive in this legendary horror classic. Soundtrack, yeah. I think that's everything in the box. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'll have to figure it all out later. But I want us to take a peek. This is looks like a tower statuette. I mean, it says tower statuette, so me saying it looks like one is a little weird, because that's kind of exactly what it is. Goodies in here. I think we can set that aside. Yeah, that's totally setting it aside. Oh, yeah, okay. Setting. I've never played, but, I watched the John Chan's video, and that's, quite a thing. Neat. I've been having trouble telling what this is. So we will open it a little bit at least and find out. Okay, this is a keychain, but this thing is actually kind of heavy. People? Oh, I thought I almost dropped it there. This looks like a thing to assemble. Unlike the statuette, well, actually the statuette probably doesn't need to be assembled, does it? It probably is the thing itself. We might as well take a look at it. Actually, it looks pretty neat. Now as for this, I'm going to open it all up. Oh, two of them. Okay, that's why I was having trouble discerning the shape. And I'm blanking on what these are called, but you know, I kind of want to put them together so we can take a look at it. Capcom, so I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the top. I'm not seeing anything that indicates that it goes one way versus the other. But it is fitting a little bit better there. And then over here we've got the Scissorman. Pretty cool. We can now put those up somewhere. So a lot of clock tower stuff to potentially put up. I'm trying to open this poster so we can take a peek at it. Great. It's completely reversible? No. This is probably supposed to be the top here. Interesting. Interesting. Got the game itself, so we might as well open it. So far, I'm noticing I haven't seen the limited run games card. So I'll have to look closely. This should be the original soundtrack. Cool. Alright, you said. Well, now it's to anime. And while that's true, we still have to open this big box before I get the other two little things out. Alright. A lot of paper. Oh. This is Demon Slayer. Let's get the other two packages open real quick. That's Batman Yakuza. And then this one is, I guess one of the things should technically be anime. No. Just like from last week, here's Boin, except on Blu-ray. Cool beans. And look, this is Sonic 3 on a 4K and Blu-ray. It looked like this was my Blu-ray option, so Sonic 3. This is on top. Let's get this over with, since this is a Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League 4K. There we go. So, you know, a little bit of catch up this week, but we got that limited edition thing over there, and this. Okay. Now, Demon Slayer Hashira Training Arc. This feels light. Not like it's poorly made, but more like, I can't help but wonder if there's an intention to make it where this piece of tape can't ever detach. This is annoying. just detach already. Clearly, I'm not planning to keep that plastic. Limited edition bonus content and materials. So I guess it's telling me what's in here. I see a compact disc. I don't see a region A-B stuff. Well, let's take a peek at the inside. Because it's a nice box. I guess these both have something in it. So I was wondering if it was maybe trying to do something where it was maybe trying to set up a thing for the next thing they're gonna do. Holy shit, I forgot it has these. A lot to look at. That's one. And I can't help but think that I'm looking at them a little backwards, like maybe you're supposed to begin back here and end up there. But, you know, I guess we're not really reading them for real here, so it's kind of good. This is Soundtrack Volume 1, Soundtrack Volume 2. There's the 2. Oh, Soundtrack Volume 3. Soundtrack Volume 4. That's a lot of soundtrack. Was that just for the Hashira Training Arc? Or just for this portion of it? 3 discs. 1, 2, 3. We have 2 more of these things. Or are there 3 more? 2 more. You know, pretty cool themes. Straightforward, and then we got the discs themselves. 3. Okay. Huh. So, yeah. Let's see. I guess before I go anywhere else, let's see. I also got some Magic the Gathering cards. 4 of these things. These are birthday presents to me from my friend, and then a Bloodthirsty Conqueror. That's a. I'm having trouble reading that. Shefet Archfiend. You know, these are good, powerful black options for Resurrection deck. And I have something else to show you, but before I do, and here's this week's Physical Anime Collection update. And then the other thing I wanted to show was a t-shirt that was also given to me for my birthday. It's got a lot of math equations on it, and it just ends in 42. You know, in case any of y'all are curious, I did turn 42 this year. I guess I'm not quite sure where I want to toss this. Maybe I can just calmly set that down right there. Start talking about stuff I watched. So, with my Friday friend, we actually watched a good chunk of Solo Leveling Season 1, episodes 4 through 9. He seems to be a bit into it, I think. So, he's enjoying it. That's good. I think it's... Like I said, there's definitely an element of it that's very manhwa, but I think it's also not that bad, even though it's exercising some of the more enticing traits of it, I suppose. And, you know, I'm enjoying rewatching the stuff. We were either going to stop at episode 8 or 9, I think, by my... Well, no, I think I was probably originally thinking, at a minimum, get to episode 7. But, you know, just to make sure we made it to the what's it called? The recap episode so that we could skip over that and get past that. But we got a couple episodes past that. Fun stuff. The Beginning After the End, episode 4. I guess an entertaining episode. I'm still wondering what to think at the end of the episode. I guess we'll have to find out. But I guess it's... we'll just have to see. Yeah, I don't know what I really want to say, because there's stuff I would want to say that I feel is a little spoiler. So I probably won't. Oh, let me see. Too Perfect Saint, episode 4. I feel like I was entertained by the stuff that happened. I'm trying to think if I have any thoughts beyond that. But yeah, I think it's enjoyable. Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows, episode 4. Really don't like New Girl. The episode had to be a little convenient, but it's like, okay. Yeah, you do know that a guy just told you, well, we had a balance. We needed the people in the slums to fight each other. And it's like, okay, bitch, you're... And the show kind of knew that she was being a shallow... a shallow bitch about her views, I guess. And, you know, overall, it was an okay episode, I think. I'm just not sure what else to think about the episode. So, okay. Tagonia, episode 3. It's strange, but enjoyable, I think. Apothecary Diary, season 2, episode 38. Again, I'm only keeping up with the dub. I still don't know if I want to jump into the next 2 episodes or not. Let's see. That was the previous episode. This episode was that. Okay, yeah. It's continuing to be entertaining. It's interesting because I feel like we'll have all this stuff come together in some way, won't we? Maybe that will or won't happen season-wise, but very nice stuff. Surprise this week, Konosuba had 2 more episodes. I wasn't expecting them to show up, but yeah, they were there. Season 3, I called them OVAs 1 through 2. Crunchyroll didn't call them anything. I think My Anime List called them OVAs, and so I called them that. But let's see. I thought the first one was okay. The second one, though, I felt was more in line with your regular Konosuba power comedy. What was the first one even about again? I just watched that yesterday. I can't remember. But yeah, the second episode was definitely good, so consider watching that. I also saw that the Overlord Sacred Kingdom movie, I guess, is available on Crunchy, so I guess that's on the radar a little bit. But my guess is my friend is going to focus on finishing, what's it called, solo leveling, probably. But, you know, that's on the radar. Let's see. Old Country Bumpkin the Master Swordsman, episode 4. Having a lot more people post than I would have thought at this time. Anyways, I guess it was okay. Let me see. You had that, which was fine. I appreciate the fact that we finally found somebody that's not another girl that he trained. You know, here finally we had a guy that he had historically trained. And I think it was kind of interesting. I just don't remember anything beyond that. Just okay stuff, but maybe not, like, mind-blowing. Let's see. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire, episode 4. I guess it sort of feels maybe slightly better than episode 3. It's hard to remember specifically what episode 3 felt like, especially since that was like a month ago, if not longer. But episode 4, I sort of feel like there's some of those same elements that were present in 3, but at least it feels like it's moving, and if episode 3 didn't feel like it was moving forward, this one feels like it's moving forward and doing entertaining enough stuff, I suppose. I'm not sure if where it lies thematically, but cool beans. Unware Atelier Meister, episode 5. I think it's amusing stuff along the same lines, entertaining. Gorilla God's Go-To Girl, episode 4. You had some of it leaning a little more in the shoujo direction. Maybe there's still slight elements of the Gorilla God aspect to it. What happened at the very end of the episode? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's what was happening. And I guess it's interesting to see what will happen, what that implies. But fun stuff. Shirohio, the reincarnated as a neglected noble, episode 3. I think it's been pretty good. The interesting thing about it is the opening and the premise sound like the main character would just... And this is an episode 3, so it's pretty appropriate to talk about this here. I probably should have talked about Tigonia a bit more, but I don't know. I don't know what to feel about that one. But this one is interesting because the premise sounds like it's a show about nothing, kinda. Okay, yeah, him and his brother are just hanging out, and he's taking care of his brother. But I do feel like they're building something with it that's more than just its premise. It felt like that in the first 2 episodes, and episode 3 feels like it's more where it's not like, okay, here's the episode where he cooks a delicious pie, and here's the episode where he sews a interesting pouch. It seems to be interwoven in some, not exactly grander thing, but kind of more meaningful thing. It's not, it doesn't, I don't think it's supposed to just be slop that you just watch, I guess. I don't even think that would be a good way to put it, but you know, sometimes you have shows that just don't feel like they have substance. This one feels like it has substance. So maybe it's a good 3-episode thing. You might be able to evaluate. Maybe. I feel like I have a better feeling for it. Then last but not least, Sword of the Demon Hunter, episode 5. A nice, entertaining, calming thing. It's definitely a lot nicer than I would have thought, where it looked like the premise was setting up so that it would just be like a monster of the week or setting of the week or something like that. But no, it's actually keeping a lot of consistency between the episodes. And it's also not rushing through the stuff it's doing too fast. So it's definitely, like I said before, I think after episode 2 you can kind of tell this is the sort of show that I'm not even sure if calling it a burn is quite right, as in the slow burn, but it's at least something that you're supposed to be able to kind of just sit and enjoy taking it in. It's quite pleasant to watch. Well, do I have anything else to talk about now that I got down that list? Not sure. Nothing's coming to mind, so probably I wrap things up. Y'all, have a nice week.